Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 650 Reef. It is a holiday in September, and I'm here first thing in the morning to do a service on the tank. We've been away on vacation for a couple of weeks, and it's time to get back at it. So things here need a little cleaning, a little water changing. We're going to do some installing of new equipment, and we're also going to change the salt. So kind of hang out with me this morning, and we'll see what happens. Shots I'll put in here. Today we are going to be adding in the new Neptune Trident NP into the system. This will be my first one. I have two more to put in other tanks. And today we're also going to be switching to the NYOS Pure Salt that we brought in at Sustainable Marine. We've been using the NYOS product on this tank since the beginning for all the elements and whatnot, and I really like it. Don't quote me on this, but from my understanding, the people that created NYOS started out as employees at Fauna Marin and had their own ideas and switched off to their own product. It's a great product, and you can see the results that we're getting. So let's get started. Got to clean the glass. A glass or tank with thicker glass. Whew, out of breath. This is the best scraper I've found. It takes you two hands to run it, as you can see, but it'll hold and it does a great job. I almost forgot, we got some fish to add today. Got to grab the net, got them acclimated. Oh, I put the net. Oh, there it is. I'm going to add some more Anthias to this tank. These guys came from another client whose tank shut down, so I know how they're solid. They're healthy. You've had them for a long time. They'll do really well in this tank. There you go, guys. There's 2, 3 females. Come on out of there. Come on. And a really sweet male. Nice coloration. If you don't know, the males are more of a reddish color. Got some interesting coloration on their fins. There you go, guys. Enjoy. Couldn't think of a better place for you. Next thing we're going to do is shut down the tanks, start draining water, and do some water testing. Looks like I got to change some reagents on the apex, a little skimmer cleaning, and then we're going to start the process of setting up the NP, because I understand that it takes a little time. So here we go. Okay, we're going to start off, we're going to go change out those reagents and get the pump started. I like the Seche Sub-Zero pumps. They're awesome for doing water changes and stuff. I'm actually really excited for the new Ultra 9000. I've got one on order and I can't wait for it to come in. It should speed up my processes a lot. Okay, we got the water changing. We're going to turn off the pumps. We're using Abyss pumps here. There's 3 Abyss 200s running this tank. A lot of redundancy and backup here. I got an Abyss 400. I got to hook up to a chiller in the other room. Let's see here. Set that up so I can see what I'm going to do. Get some of this stuff out of the way. I think while we're doing that, we're going to get some reagents for the Trident and see what needs to be changed there. Check the bottles. Looks like we could do a complete change here. So we're going to take out A and all the other ones too. Everybody needs filling. One thing I've noticed, maybe not everybody has noticed this, but I noticed one way other than your Trident telling you that things are going to the point of being ready to change on these Tridents is you'll start to see your test results look a little funny all of a sudden, and that's usually a sign that you're getting to the bottom of the tank, or the container I should say. So we're just going to reverse the steps. We're going to put reagent C back in. Make sure we're not getting anything kinked there. C in there. Give them a little bit of a shake before we started. Oh, that's B, pardon me. Here's C. Let's tuck that in back behind. And then we'll put in A. Once we get that going, we will go into Trident and reinitialize the reagent changing process, and then after that we will start a calibration. There. Get my trusty device here. I'm going to go into the app. And I'm going to go to tasks, scroll down to Trident, Trident, well, that's NP, a bunch of new stuff in here, reagent replacement, there we go, we're going to do the whole lot. Once you've done this a bunch of times, you can just kind of click through because you know what you're doing. And you'll see the light has turned blue, and that is now adding the new reagents. Okay, so excuse me while I get used to this. This is my first one of these videos tracking myself doing these services and adding new products and things like that. I'm going to do more of this, get better at it. And I hope to show you guys a lot of things that I might seem like are day-to-day, but maybe you've got questions or maybe they seem daunting or challenging to you. Let's take some of the mystery out of it. The Trident always comes with one extra A reagent because it'll go through them faster than the others. So we'll just tuck that away and we'll put the calibration solution up there for when I'm ready to use it. That takes a little while to get going. The next thing we're going to do, this takes a little while to drain. I'm taking about 100 and 120 gallons out of this tank each time I do a water change. I have 140 gallons on hand all the time and 140 gallons ready to be mixed in the water station in the other room. So it allows me quite a bit of flexibility with this tank. I'm expecting things to be a little off this week because it's been a week and a half or so since I was here. I was camping with my kids, and you know, sometimes you just got to do those things. So I've decided to change up to is the NYOS Pure. I don't know if you can see it there. Comes in a pail like so. Looks to me to be on par with something more along the lines of a Tropic Marin, although I find the Tropic Marin super hard to get lately. So I looked for another option and we started bringing this in. The other cool thing about this salt is you can look on the top here. Maybe I'll grab the camera so you can see. Oh, there you go. Each one has a sticker on it, and it's been each one of those stickers is independent ICP testing on each batch. If it doesn't meet their standards, what I'm told is they don't send it out, they keep it and use it in-house overseas for their own projects. You can even check the QR code on the top. It'll tell you exactly what's in there. Seems pretty good. Mixes up clear. We're going to see exactly how much the pail will make today because I got a big enough bin to use it. One of these containers of the new NYOS salt that we got. See how this system works. I'm going to snap this off here. Okay. Left it open. Oh, okay. You won't be able to see this from where you are, but the salt is all contained in a plastic bag and double zip tied. Keep the moisture out. Gonna get our scoop. There we go. Salt, just like you'd expect it to look. What we're doing right now is we're just mixing up the NYOS salt, and I'm gonna let that blend for a little bit. Doing aquarium service is a little bit different than what you would do at home. I'm not here all the time, so if I don't have enough salt or water here this time for next time, I have to do it kind of on the fly. So where I'd prefer to mix this the night before, today I'm mixing it right now, and I'm gonna let it stir for a little bit before we do the water change in the tank. Works out okay, not my favorite way to do it, but it's kind of one of the differences of doing services rather than having your own tank. This new salt is gonna mix super clear, and we'll see. We have been using just regular instant ocean in this tank. Worked great, have no complaints. Just thought I would upgrade to something a little nicer for the reasons I just mentioned, and we'll see what happens. The parameters, I like the parameters that they have on here. If you're interested, they're saying is about 8.5, calcium 437, and mag 1363. I'll buffer up the mag once I put it in there. I like my mag to run higher. I found that running on the border is problematic, especially for certain corals like monoporas and stuff like that. You'll see them react first. I usually run my mag more 1450, 1500. You can do that. It won't affect anything. So we'll just climb up here, take my solution. I'm going to put the sample line in the bottle. I'll put it here off to the side. And now I got to go enter all the bits and numbers into the app. I'm going to go here to cancel Trident calibration. Right there. Takes a while to do this, so I like to get it started right when I first get here. Right on the bottle here, it tells you what the parameters are in this bottle, so we just go and enter them in so it knows what it's sinking to. 865 451. I need new glasses. Going to do that tomorrow. And 1362. We hit next. It's got where it wants to be. We hit send. Should turn blue here in a second. There it goes. Now it's calibrating. We just leave that sit. This is about 650 gallons of water in this tank. I take it to about here. That's about 100 and 110 gallons. That's a normal water change on this tank. I do that quite often. There's a lot of livestock in here, a lot of feeding. They feed heavy here when I'm not around. So I have to keep up with that, and we drain it down and do that. I might even do it a couple times this week because I've been away with my kids on vacation and I haven't been here for a little bit. So time to get things back. Okay, everybody, I'm going to install the new Trident NP now. I've already unboxed it. We don't know what cardboard and plastic looks like. I didn't want to go bother taking you all through that. Here's the new unit right here. They're a little bit different color than the old ones. Other than that, looks pretty much exactly the same. It comes with a drip tray to go underneath. I haven't read all the instructions yet, but a friend of mine did install one of these. Says there's a neutralizing agent that comes with the reagents in this thing, so something must be up with them when they're mixed. They must have a little bit of hazard to them. So so it needs to be neutralized when it's done. They're obviously trying to stop it from dripping on the floor or wherever into your cabinet. So we'll have to look more into what that's about. But yeah, that's a difference. So one thing I got to do before I can install this Trident is I got to take the faceplate off the adaptive Reef boxes that I've used here. Kyle gave me these when he was first starting doing these, and we tried to do some different configurations. I love this stuff. Been talking to Kyle, and he's got new faceplates coming for the fact that there are two different kinds of Tridents now, so that you can fix them in the box. So I've asked him to send me some. I expect to see them shortly. When they come, I will put them on and show you what that looks like. For now, I'm just going to take these off and install the unit so that I can get things going until those faceplates arrive. Nothing very complicated, they're just screwed into the front. I'm going to pull that off there, put them in this box so I don't lose it, and we will slide one over. And slip the next one right in next to it and get that started. I'll show you an unboxing, but there are some differences in here that you'll notice. Several different reagents in there, and they're sending you rubber gloves and whatnot. That generally means that there's something you need to be safe with. They're sending you safety gear, use the safety gear. We have got the calibration done on the original Trident. We have the installation and whatnot done on the NP. It is currently running a test. There's definitely some different steps with the NP that you're going to want to follow. Definitely some, they're very, very, very conscious of telling you about the safety in it. So there's, you know, rashes and things you can get from handling the reagents. So you want to do what they say there. It's going to go around to the front. I am definitely liking the NYOS Salt. So I've just changed water, and you know what I was talking about earlier about how, you know, it'd be better to mix the salt the night before, but I'm in a maintenance situation, can't always do that. Look how clear the tank has come out. That salt definitely mixes faster than the Instant Ocean that I was using before. Not that there was anything wrong with the Instant Ocean, but I'm a big fan of how this comes out. I'm expecting good things, and so far I'm happy with this. Let's take a quick peek again. Everybody's looking happy. We've added the new fish that we brought. These frags right here, the green star polyps and the cloves, I put in maybe a year ago as small frags, and they've just taken off. It's quite stunning the way they have done that. We got some acans and montes in the back there, and acroporas, some plating corals, some Cynaria and bubble corals and blastos down here. This is my favorite piece in the whole tank, is this Christmas tree rock that we brought up. It came from Australia, and it just continues to sprout new worms and do well in this tank. Really happy with that. Got some mushrooms and whatnot down here that have bounced. Pretty much everything in here came as frags. Really happy with this tank. The new fish I put in are hiding in the back while they get used to things. The star of this tank is definitely this big fella. He's the first fish we put in here. He's a good foot long. He's the friendliest guy. I could hand feed him no problem. So that's going to be it for today's service here at the 650 Reef, guys. The next time I install a Trident NP this week at another client's house, I will do a little more detailed video of that and put that out there so you can see sort of what was in it, how I did it, how long it took, and whatnot. I will be back here again in a couple days, do another water change because things aren't quite where I want them, and I will then do the calibration on the Trident NP that I just installed. I always like you to run a few days of tests before you do your calibrations. So far, wasn't that bad to install. It was pretty good. The NYOS Salt, NYOS Pure, liking that so far. That went well. And, you know, one thing that I'm going to say, I broke my own rule. I was refilling the water tank in the other room, and I have a rule about that. When you're refilling water, that's all you should be doing. And I broke my own rule. I got distracted. I made a bit of a mess, so I had to vacuum that up. Fortunately, it's concrete floors. Everything is fine. Got that sorted. But it's a great rule of thumb to remember. When you're refilling water in a tank or in your water mixing station, that's the only thing you should be doing. And I tell that people all the time, and then I break my own rule. Don't do that. It makes a mess. Anyways, I will see you in the next video, and thanks for being patient. This is my first one. We're going to do a bunch of these, and I'll get better at it as we go. Have an awesome day. See you later.